Hey, good morning, Lakeview Intermediate. It is Friday and it's October. How about that? A Friday, a new month, a beautiful day outside. I think we're going to get outside recess today. Yay. Might be blacktop. I have to see how wet and muddy things are, but I think we'll get outside. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be a great Friday. Let's get started with our morning announcements and bring in Mrs. Frame. Good morning, Mrs. Frame.
Good morning.
Are you happy it's Friday?
I am. And the 1st of October.
That's right.
It's going to be more fallish now. Yes, I'm very happy.
Anybody out there like fall? Anybody like fall more than summer? I don't know. There's things about summer I like, and I do like a hot summer day if I have a cold place to, like a cool pool or a lake or a cold Dr. Pepper in my hand, something like that. Anyway.
There are things that I like about every season, but I definitely like to sit outside and watch a football game.
Yes, and it's nice when it's just cool temperatures and you don't have to either have a heavy jacket on or be sweating.
That's right.
So anyway, well, let's get into our morning announcements. A couple things to remind everyone today. By the way, before I get into announcements, I know some people are wondering about the yearbook contest. Mrs. Leffelholtz told me she is going to be ready to announce the winners of the yearbook cover and back cover contest on Monday morning. So those of you who turned in a design, I saw some awesome ones. You'll find out Monday morning at Liftoff. So, all right, morning announcements. Fundraiser ends October 5th. So that is next week. So again, we are still short of our school goal to get everybody to go to the Day of Awesomeness. So please help us out. If you can think of anyone else, if you have an account, or even if you don't, you can still sign up for an account, help the school. We can't earn the golden ticket prizes anymore, but you can still earn all the stuff that's happening on the Day of Awesomeness, the cash cube, the dance party, all that stuff can still be earned. So even if you haven't participated at all, you can sign up, send out emails. And if you have already signed up, try to think of anybody else. Talk to your parents, see if you can think of anybody else to send out emails to. Support our school. We are doing awesome. It's been extremely successful. We just need a little bit more to get over that last hump so everybody can go to the Day of Awesomeness on October 22nd. All right. I just stole my own thunder. Day of Awesomeness, October 22nd. So just 3 weeks from today, we will be outside with the most amazing party Lakeview has ever seen. And I think I've been here 24 years. I think I'm qualified to say that. I don't think Lakeview's done anything like what you all are going to experience on October 22nd. So really excited for that. And I'm also excited, Mrs. Frame, the book fair comes next week.
I'm very excited about that too. I saw the book fair flyers in teachers' mailboxes for students. So I'm really excited for students to start looking at their books that they want to purchase.
Yep. So teachers, Mrs. Gosen will be sending out more information and instructions for how we're going to get students in the library. But I know that stuff is set to arrive next week, and we'll get it all set up, and it will be an awesome festival of reading and fun stuff in the library for the book fair. And just a reminder, I saw a lot of students. I know some of you ride buses, and I'm thinking like bus 12 off the top of my head. You can't control when your bus gets here. And if you get here at 7:40 and you're walking in eating breakfast and you're a few minutes late to class, you can't control that. We understand you just need to eat as quickly as possible and get back to class so you don't miss any learning. But those of you who are biking or walking and you're getting here after 7:40, or if your parents are dropping you off after 7:40, please remind them that school starts at 7:40. That's why the doors lock. And I don't want people to start getting marked for tardies. So please, 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 let's try to improve. If you've been one of the people showing up after the doors lock, talk to your parents about how you can get to school by 7:40 so you are not late. All right. It's time for the Miller 5 shout out. All right, Mrs. Frame, our shout out today goes to Rylan Howard. Rylan got a shout out from Miss Stewart, and I love this one. Miss Stewart says, Rylan went above and beyond to help a student stay on task and focus in class. The student who he helped came up and told Mrs. Stewart how much he helped him, and that student who got the help said, Rylan needs a Miller 5 shout out for all the help he gave me. So I love that. Not only do we have Rylan being helpful and Miss Stewart recognizing that, the student who got the help was like, you know what? That was amazing. That was relational. That was helpful. And I just think that's awesome that a student was like, he deserves a Miller 5 shout out. A teacher recognized it. So Rylan, that's an amazing way to be relational and helpful and all that stuff. And that is why you are today's Miller 5 shout out.
Great
Speaking
job.
of Miller 5 shout outs, teachers, we need some more. That was the last one on my list. So if you have someone worthy of a Miller 5 shout out, teachers, I need you to fill out the form on the hub and let me know. And also, teachers, we're looking for an October Spark winner. So if you know of someone who's been putting out extra positive effort and making a difference for you, please nominate them for the Spark Award in October so we can have more fun shout outs. All right. It's time for Pixelated Pieces. So let's bring in Miss Conklin. Good morning, Miss Conklin.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I am doing great this morning.
Good.
We've got a great holiday today.
Oh, really? Do tell.
It is Internet Day.
It's what? I'm sorry, you broke up.
It's International Music Day.
Well, hello. We should have brought Mrs. Baker into the broadcast.
I know. Isn't that fantastic? So listen to some music from different countries today and enjoy all of the rhythms that they have and the musical instruments that they use and the language even.
I'll tell you a great place you can do that. You can go celebrate this day even tomorrow at UConn's Czech Festival because there will be lots of Czech singing and dancing and foods. And if you're up there on Main Street, where the parade goes through, you can definitely hear some international music. So, and that's a big part of our town's history and culture. So that'd be a great way to remember international music.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, what do you have for Pixelated Pieces?
Well, we are going to keep talking about growth mindsets. And today we're going to talk about the language that we use. So we've been talking about yet and how we're working on things and how we haven't gotten there yet. But sometimes along the way, we need to use the correct language. And we need to remind ourselves of things we can say in place of things we are currently saying. So when you do your little self-talks, let's remember these tips. Let's look at some phrases we can adopt when learning to have a growth mindset. So right now, you might be saying something like, this is hard. But instead of saying that, you can say, this may take some time and effort. Or you can say, I'm going to figure this out if it's something that you're having a difficult time doing. You can always improve. So you can say to yourself, instead of, I'm never going to get this, you can say, I can always improve. Instead of saying, I got that problem wrong, you could say something like, what am I missing? If you want to turn in your work, you can ask yourself, is this my best work? Have I done everything I could to make this amazing? And am I happy with it? Have I done a great job? Have I done the best work that I could do? And then always remember, just like we've been talking about, mistakes help me learn. Okay, when you make mistakes, that's great because you are learning from those mistakes. All right, so let's look at some things people might say right now. And I gave you some examples when I was reading those. You might be saying something like, this is way too hard. So again, if you're saying this is way too hard, you might want to say, this may take some time and effort. You might say, I will never understand this, or I'm never going to get this. Instead, you can say, I'm going to figure this out. Some people say all the time, I hear it all the time, I'm not good at this. I can always improve. These are things that are going to take some time too, guys. We can't just change our thinking and the things that we're saying overnight. It's going to take some time. So throughout your week, I want you to really think about what are the things I'm saying. And if you're saying some of these phrases, replace them with the phrases that we want to learn when we're talking about our growth mindset. All right, so for the last couple, this is good enough. Okay, so remember, we were asking ourselves, is this my best work? If it's just good enough and you're turning it in, try a little harder. Do your best work. And remember, if you do make a mistake on it, it's okay. We're going to learn from that. All right, so I've given you some new things to think about with the language that you're using. I want you to believe in yourself and know that you can learn these phrases. You can do it. And guess what? It took me a while to change my thinking too and start using those new phrases. So you can all do it. It just takes some effort and some time. And by the way, you guys are all amazing.
Love it. Great message. And it's so important to remember that we oftentimes, and again, adults, we do this too. I know I have moments in the day where I myself might have negative thoughts in my head about things. And it takes intentional effort, meaning like I'm on purpose. I'm going to change my thinking in my head. And you gave great examples of how you can replace one thought with another. And that even though it might not work right away, it can start to shift your mind and making you a little bit more positive. And then it can kind of snowball in my experience. Because then maybe one little positive thing happens, like I'm in math class and I get a problem right, and I got so many in a row wrong, but now I got one right, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this. And then I get another one right, and then it just gets I get more and more confidence. And so never give up, show that resilience, and believe in yourself. I love that message.
I love the one that is, am I doing my best, or is this my best work? That's something that I try to think about no matter what I'm doing, whether it's something at work, whether it's something at home, or whether it's the way that I'm working with people or talking or treating people. So it's not just a piece of paper assignment or a Schoology assignment. You can use those phrases in anything that you do. Are you doing your best? Are you trying your hardest in the way that you treat people, in the way that you're showing the Miller 5? Of course, doing your work also, but just you can use those in a ton of different settings, and it really does help.
That's great.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Conklin, for that great message. Are we ready for a corny joke?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Hang on. I got to switch screens here.
We need a good laugh today.
This one was submitted to me. Hang on. I got to get it up here on screen. Here we go.
Corn hat.
Oh, yeah. Got to get the corn hat. So the corny joke of the day, got to have a corn hat. This was turned in. I'll give her credit after I tell the joke. Anyway, I like this one. Ladies, last night I dreamt I was a car muffler. I had a dream and I was a car muffler, that thing that sticks out the bottom back end of the car. Weird dream. But you know what? I woke up exhausted. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Dobrinsky in Pod 1. Shout out to Mrs. Dobrinsky for sending us a good laugh this morning. I love that one. Great corny joke. All right, Miss Conklin, you have a great day and an even better weekend. And thanks so much for a great Pixelated Pieces message.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Mrs. Frame, on to our pledges.
All right, students, quietly stand up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. You may be seated for your moment of silence. During this time, you may reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity.
All right. Well, we are ready to launch into a Friday. I always say this on Fridays because we all get excited about the weekend. But let's have a great day, make good choices, learn something new, work hard. Let's put in a good days of schoolwork and learning, and then we can go home to a wonderful, fun weekend. So, Mrs. Frame, we are
Lakeview.
We are definitely not
average.
We will strive
for the Miller 5.
And whatever it takes, we will
grow.
3, 2, 1.
Lift off.
Have a fantastic Friday, everybody.